Welcome back, my name is Benji and today I want to welcome you to Eolo-Kometa once again on Pro Cycling Manager 2021. Last episode we won the National Championships of New Zealand, the road race. The fast race Finn will be wearing a shirt on will be in this Vuelta a Andalusia. We've got a first flat stage, after that we go towards a individual time trial, only 8.6 kilometers. A hill stage then with a flat ending, so attacking on the hill is paramount. Stage 4 is a mountaintop finish on the Alto de Hazalanas, and then we finish off with a steep finish on the Alto de Alanadas, which is sounding very much the same, but it isn't. But we start at the Macarena. No, Maracena. Close enough. Anyway, we are taking our Spanish Armada plus Fisher Black plus Sheffield right here. We've got Aramburu with his first race at our team, so let's take a look what he can perform both in the sprints and in GC perhaps, unless Ropero is miles ahead on the climbing sections. Oh wow, this is going to be more confusing than I anticipated. Aramburu and Aramburu in one team. Oh god. Well, then again, the shirt is different, so I guess that helps a lot. Aramburu with his Spanish NC shirt will be our sprinter for today. 4.5 kilometers to go. Aramburu was supposed to be our sprinter, but we can't get him to the back of our sprint train, so that's not ideal. Let's hope we can put this right. Yes, we have. And we're going to try and sprint with Garcia right now. We've got one rider at the front already, ages ahead. I don't know who that is. It is Olaf Koy. Let's see if we can get past on the right, perhaps, with a decent sprint. It's going to be... Oh la la, Groenewegen tries to come around, but Aramburu on the right. Aramburu versus Van Baarle. It is going to be really close. I think Van Baarle wins. No, Aramburu takes it. His first stage for the team and his first victory. What a ride. Really close on the line, and I was really scared Van Baarle had it there, but it wasn't the case. Fast leader Jazi also for Aramburu. It seemed like everybody was going a bit too early. Koy, Groenewegen and so forth. Before we go any further, important to note that it's our goal to get a top 3 here from our sponsor. So let's hope we can achieve that with either Aramburu, who's currently in the lead, or with Ropero if the climbing is most important at the end. Fast leader time trial, 8.6 kilometers. Should on paper be doable with Aramburu because he does have a decent time trial, but I think we've got some solid competition. Yes. Evenepoel's here, Roglic is here. We're fucked. There we go, Ropero is off, and he's actually already close towards the first time check. I don't expect too much from him though, his time trial is absolutely horrendous, and I've decided to negative split like crazy, so on paper, his second half should be much better than his first half. Ooh, we were spent 200 meters before the line, but I think it's still a good time. 51 seconds down. Not really, is it? Over 8 kilometers, that's horrendous. There he goes. Aramburu is off. Let's see if he can put in the time that we all hope he can do on this time trial. +2 on the day, so we've got 77 prologue and 75 time trial. Evenepoel dominating the first time check. Let's see if we can do something about that. Nope, we can't. 34th on 11 seconds, but we've got some energy advantage, so let's try and keep it up till the line, and hopefully we can keep ourselves within 25 seconds of Evenepoel's performance, but that's going to be really difficult. I'm surprised Kafi's second on 1 second, to be honest. Here we go. Aramburu crosses the line and 17 seconds down. Pretty decent. GC-wise, this brings us on to 4th on 8 seconds of current leader Remco Evenepoel, who has taken over the lead. Let's see if we can combat that in the coming days. Pretty terrible result for Roglic. 19 seconds down, and that brings him on, how much in GC? 13th. Hill stage then, one that really fits Aramburu, so if we can get over the climb, we might have an opportunity in the sprint, but we could also decide to try and attack on the climb itself, so I'll decide in the race. I haven't really chosen yet. Okay, the plan is simple. Climb's about to start, and we will have an attack by Alex Aramburu. Let's lower the tempo, because otherwise I won't have the energy to make an attack, and we are closing in towards the top. Let's move towards 90, and let's do the same with Fisher Black now. On 95 for a bit. Aramburu is ready for the attack. Alex is off. There we go. Let's go 99 into the descent. Energy shell. We've got a few people trying to respond to that, but we do have a bit of a gap. So let's hope we can keep it going into the descent with Alex, because this is a nice gap. Valverde at Ineos trying to close it down. That's pretty funny. Nox now working for Evenepoel. We've got a gap of 15 seconds with Alex. Come on, Alex. 3 kilometers to go. You can do it. It's going to be a tough one. I'm afraid we might have blown it by doing this, but hey, we've got a bit of a gap again. 2.5 kilometers. These corners are helping. Valverde tries to close it down right now. I think I'll try and sprint with everybody in the team right now, but I hope that Alex can keep it up. It's going to be really difficult to do so, though. I think the others are going to close this down. Last kilometer. Come on, Alex. No, Valverde comes around. Roglic comes around. No. Mezgec wins. So sad. Aramburu doesn't win. You can't win them all, but I was hoping for more, knowing that the sparkle perfectly fit Alex Aramburu. I went for the attack, I should have gone for the sprint, simple as that. Next up is a mountain stage towards Alto de Hazayanas. Now, considering the competition, this is unlikely that we do well. Roglic, Yates, Kafi, Mas, Evenepoel. The Ropero's here, and Aramburu is still up there in GC, so I'll have to decide in the race who I go for of the two. We are currently on the climb before the final climb. There's like this little bump before the climb even starts, and it's honestly hard already, so I need to make sure I can keep my position on this one, so I'm in a good position on the latter climb, but we gotta try and do so without spending too much energy, so it's a bit hard to find a balance. We did spend a bit of energy in this, but I do believe we've got enough energy to do this final climb. Well, attacked by Niklas, and Roglic is responding already, so I gotta make sure that Ropero can do so as well. Aramburu can use energy gel, and let's try and slowly but surely move back up. Attacks are following left and right. I'm just setting the tempo with Aritz Aramburu protecting Ropero right here, and Roglic is just riding solo at the front, so at the moment he's doing really well, and I don't know what I can do about it, because he's a god. Aritz is done for, so Ropero can have the other Aramburu protect him now. There we go. So I've chosen that I'm going for Ropero on this one, because he does have the better mountain stat, and I think this one counts the most on this climb. Evenepoel trying to hold on. We've got Carretero dropping. So we're actually doing really well with Ropero. We are looking like we might top 3 here, which is great. Top 2 even if we... Oh my god, we dropped Yates. Lovely. Ropero will come second in the stage right here, which is ideal because we need a top 3 in GC for our sponsors. So if we can get even more time, there we go. And we finished. I don't think we will pass Yates with that in GC, but I'm not sure about it. So we might have to take a look on the podiums itself. But great ride by Ropero. Oh, we don't? No! Same time as Simon Yates. Come on, I needed the top 3. We've got one more stage to fix that. Come on. We're 4th on the same time. This is illegal. Wait a second. Alex Aramburu is 5th in GC. So we've got 4th and 5th to try and use that on the next stage to try and get into the top 3. That's pretty cool. I swear the climb on this stage sounds roughly the same as the last stage. Alto de Ayanadas. And we've got, the situation we just explained. 4th and 5th trying to get into the top 3 for our sponsor. But once again, we are not the favorites. Aramburu's like closer than Ropero on this one though. So I'll have to take a look and see if I even go for Ropero. But I have to, right? He's like on 0 seconds of the top 3. I don't know what the plan in the peloton is, but we're 9k from the line and the tempo is insane to the point where I can't even get to the front with bloody Aramburu. Come on, get to the front, my man. There we go, 5k to go, perfectly at the front. We don't have Ropero up here because his positioning is horrendous at the moment and I can't fix it in time. So Aramburu is our man for today. Let's hope we can crawl past people in GC on this climb, even though that's not going to be an easy task. Come on, Aramburu, this is your day, this is your moment. And it's a bit late when it comes to both my riders, but we're going to do our best here. Come on, 90. Let's try and go 90 towards the last kilometer here. 88, 87, something like that. Roglic seems to be going for the victory once again. Is it flattening out? Yes, it is not. That sentence made no sense. Ooh, Yates is in trouble. Yates is in trouble. This is my moment. This is my moment. Come on, Ramburu. Finish ahead of all those people. 99 till the line. Let's start sprinting. And let's take this 3rd place in GC. Come on. Drop Yates completely. I think we have. And I think this is enough to enter the podium with Alexander Buru. Come on. Let's hope it is enough. Certainly we do. 3rd spot in the podium. We've got our sponsor objective, a top 3 at the Vuelta Andalusia with a clutch move on the final climb from Alex Aramburu, beating Yates, who falls to 4th. Roglic wins this tour with utter domination. Evenepoel comes in 2nd. The next race we'll be taking on is the Uae Tour. We've got a few flat stages, like this one for example, but also a 12-kilometer time trial. And after that, 2 mountain stages, Jebel Hafid and Jebel Jais. So very much looking forward to this one because we've got a stacked team for this race. Fortunato, Cataneo, Aru Vogel, Fancello, Vetter, and Piganzoli. Vogel for the sprints, and the usual suspects for the climbing. Apparently we're the all-out favorite for the sprints, so this is a really surprisingly shit start list for the Uae Tour when it comes to sprints. Usually this is the World Championships for sprinting. Honestly, this is a super shady run-in towards the finish. Right now we've got this roundabout, but we're gonna take this inner corner right here to the left, and go straight into the final kilometer. So positioning is going to be like the most important thing, and we need to launch early because there's like a 90-degree corner in the last kilometer as well. So this is gonna be quite a technical finish. Yeah, let's launch right now with Vetter, and let's try and get Cataneo out of the way without blocking Vogel. What's going on? I don't know. I'm gonna launch with everybody. I don't trust this at all. Who's actually going to take it? Vetter seems to be actually making it. Nobody comes closer to Vetter. Vogel tries to come on the left, but it seems like Vetter is gonna make it. Yeah, I think that Vetter is taking the stage. What a stage win. Accidentally won with the wrong rider. Didn't see that one coming, but hey, I won't complain. Erik Vetter takes it, and Vogel loses because even though I said I should launch everything early, I was not in the right position going into that final section after the roundabout. But hey, we won, so who cares? The time trial is what follows, 12 kilometers. Filippo Ganna's here, so I think we've got our favorite for this one. Pogacar and so forth here as well, so I think we've got our winner of the Uae Tour for us. But Cataneo is seen as a top 10 favorite, so let's try and get a top 5 in this race, hopefully, even though that's going to be a tough one. When it comes to GC, it's going to be very hard to do well, but we've got multiple options, although most of them will lose time today, like a Fortunato and Aru and so forth. This is a stage on which they will bleed time. Cataneo is off, our focus for today. I decided to try and do my best with Fortunato, but we're a minute 30 down on a 12-kilometer time trial, so one could say that didn't go too ideally. First time check, 14 seconds down, actually pretty decent result, but I'd like to get a bit closer towards the end. Bit of a negative split on my end, so let's hope our extra pressure in the last portion here can up these standings for Cataneo. 1k to go, we're spending a tiny bit too much now. Let's dial it back to 86, closing in towards Viviani, and 11th, a bit worse than expected. In the end, Ganna expectedly won the time trial. When it comes to GC, Cataneo moves up to 9th on 25 seconds. Fortunato's way down on 1 minute 31, so that's gonna be a tough one. We now have to decide whether we go for a guy with 75 mountain or whether we go for Fortunato with 79. I might try and focus on both for this race and see who comes out the best on the climbs itself. Most likely Fortunato, but I guess we'll find out. Jebel Hafid time then, and on paper, Tadej Pogacar should dominate this stage like it's nothing else. Geraint Thomas here as well, Carlos Rodriguez, Kelderman, Vingegaard, so lots of good climbers. I'm incredibly curious how close we can get with Fortunato and Cataneo. I've got the feeling that Daily Form has decided for our leadership, because +2 on Fortunato, 82 mountain on the day, I don't think we can say no to that. Jebel Hafid has the following gradient, 7.2 average, 9.9 max, 10 kilometers, so Fortunato should be able to get like second or third on this one, considering the competition here with that stat. The climb has begun, Fortunato being protected by Cataneo, Fancello in the wheel to take over when Cataneo is done. That is the goal here. For now, we see that Affini is pacing hard for Jumbo. That is for Jonas. So let's hope we can hold on when a rider like that makes a move. We have attacks. Caruso going, Donovan going, Dumoulin and Pogacar trying to chase that down at their tempo. I'm going to move up towards 85 because I can afford to spend it. Right now, we are looking good. So let's try and keep that up. Final kilometer and a half, and it's still a peloton of 141. So this clearly is not going to be a normal climbing stage. Ooh, bit of a block by Tratnik there. Let's try and go for a sprint right now with 500 meters to go. Looks like we might pass a few people here. Oh my god. I think we're going to get second behind Vingegaard. That's just sad. Just a bit short. Vingegaard wins. Fortunato second. We've got Thomas in third and Pogacar in fourth. But a great result by Fortunato. And we are moving up in GC despite it not being as much as I would have hoped for. Gaps everywhere in this group, and that leads to the following new GC. We're not anywhere near the top 10 yet. We're now sitting on 17th on 113 of the new leader, Geraint Thomas. So we gotta move up on Jebel Jais. Anyway, after Jebel Hafid, we are worthy of a flat stage. Let's try and get Vogel a victory here. 5k to go. I think we go right here, and then it's a straight line towards the finish line. So on paper, we should be fine. Don't want to go too hard with Piganzoli, but then again, his flat stat is horrendous, so it would not matter too much. And I think we can launch with Cataneo right now. There we go. Let's try and get Piganzoli out of the way because he's blocking everybody. Oh, come on, my man. That was horrendous. But our lead out is looking way too good, so it would surprise me if anybody can beat us. Not, oh my, no. Girmay takes it. I thought we had it. We just completely exploded in the last 400 meters because Vogel had to spend a lot to get back to the wheel of Vetter, but yeah, we should have had this. This is a bummer. The moment of truth then, we've got Jebel Yais, the 5th stage of this Uae Tour, the mountain stage, and on paper a mountain that does suit my playstyle of like dropping a bit at the start of a climb and coming back towards the end, but let's hope Fortunato has an equal form towards the day of Jebel Hafid because 82 mountain would be very welcome. Yes, 82 mountain on Fortunato, that is perfect. We've got a climb of the following gradients, 6.2% for 18 kilometers. This should on paper really fit us. Roughly a kilometer before the climb starts, we are ready with Fortunato, Fancello in the wheel, Cataneo is not protecting but should be, so let's try and fix that ASAP, and we should be fine. Now, the tempo of Jumbo at the start should be pretty hard, that's what they usually do, so we're going to try and not spend too much at the start. We're going to try and hold on for a bit though, and then drop when it's absolutely necessary to then crawl back towards the end, like every time we do a stage like this. There goes the attack. Jonas Vingegaard attacking. This is where the peloton will start splitting up. Let's try and put ourselves on 77 so we can move up ASAP through the people because right now we're kind of blocked in and that's not very likable. Let's up it towards 80 right now to hold on because this tempo is utterly insane by Großschartner ahead of Pogacar trying to close down Vingegaard. And this is where people will get massacred. Fiorelli gone, Ulisi gone, Creda gone, Aliotti gone. They're just dropping one by one. And Pogacar's going. Vingegaard can follow. The peloton cannot. This is Tour de France 2021 all over again. Cataneo is... Ooh, he's almost done, but we've still got Fancello ready to take over in a second. So for now, we're still looking good. And we can go even a bit faster, I think, to 85. There we go. Let's try and crawl back towards the front riders. With Fortunato, we've got the energy for it. And hopefully they're done for. Vingegaard is, but Pogacar doesn't seem to be done. But we are... Oh, he's done. Oh my god. I think we can win the stage. Ooh, Geraint Thomas in our wheel though. So we gotta drop that, man. Let's up it towards 87 with Fortunato. Thomas is dropped. Kelderman is dropped. Bulls is dropped. Oh, Pogacar blocked me in there, but I think I've got plenty of energy to drop them in this final kilometer. Vingegaard is done for. Pogacar is gone. Let's try and go 97 to the line. Fortunato is going to be winning on Jebel Yais. Can he take home GC? Most likely not, because that is literally impossible with the position we are in GC, but perhaps a podium? That would be really nice. There he is on the podiums. Lorenzo Fortunato winning a stage in the Uae Tour. GC-wise, we are third on 42 seconds of the new leader, Jonas Vingegaard, who wins the Uae Tour most likely because the rest are flat stages. Awesome win. Absolutely awesome. Against the best of the world, to be honest, but then again, they are most likely not in form compared to Fortunato with a +3 on the day on his climbing. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can call Fortunato the best climber in the world because he beat Pogacar once. Flat stage again, let's hope we don't fuck it up like last time, and hopefully Vogel can take his W as well in this race. We're in the last 3 kilometers, Spigonzoli doing a great job. I feel like I'm launching way too late with Cataneo, but I think we'll be fine. Vetter can launch as well. Vogel is getting blocked left and right once again. Goodness sake. Oh my god. It seems like Vetter is gonna win again! Every single time we do a sprint here, Vetter ends up beating Vogel. Like... It doesn't make sense stats-wise, but I'll welcome it like it's a stage win. What an overperformance by this man during the entire Uae Tour. 2 stage wins by Erik Vetter on bloody sprints against better riders. Girma is better statted than him by a lot. We'll be finishing off today's video with the Omloop Nieuwsblad, our first cobble race in this entire series. 198.1 kilometers, not an easy one, but we've got riders that on paper can do decently on this parkour. Corvi, not an amazing form, 93% fitness, but he's got 77 cobble. And we've got Magnus Sheffield, 99% with 77 cobble as well. So, depending on their form in the race, I will decide who is the leader of this race for us. But on paper, Corvi has the better secondaries by far. Ooh, -3 on Sheffield, -2 on Corvi. This is a bad start for today. That's a bummer, but I think Corvi should be our leader depending on that. His stats are still bigger than Sheffield. Definitely when it comes to secondaries. By the way, Yoda's in this race with 60 cobble. It's basically torture for this man. Parkour-wise, I think this is not the most recent version of the Omloop Nieuwsblad because usually we start off with the, I out of Quaremont. Now we do with the Kattenberg, which is not the most extreme climb either. And I think this has the Kapellmuur at the end. Yeah, it does. Muur van Gerardsbergen. So this won't be an easy one, but the latter portion of the race will be the deciding factor. So if we can survive till the Kapellmuur in the elite group, then we are looking good for today. Oh snap, Covey puncture. Is he still in the group? Yes, he is. Okay, he can come back on paper, but it sucks that he has to do it alone. So let's get Yoda to protect him and get him back to the front. But that was a bit of a scare. Come on, now Sheffield has punctured, and Oldani's following him. At least Oldani can now help him out to get back to the front, but this is not a great moment to do it on the Poddestraat of all places. A bit further in the race now, roughly 50k to go. Covey's still looking absolutely fine, and Sheffield has gotten back to our train, is now in the latter position, which might be dangerous, so let's move him up one before we get to the Wolvenberg that is about to come up. Oh, no. Oldani's down. Okay, that is bad, but we can take over with Sheffield. I'll switch my order around because Aramburu seems to be better than Sheffield. 20k to go, Kapellmuur incoming, so let's move up with Sheffield. This is your moment. Covey and third wheel perfectly. I almost forgot, Van der Poel is riding for Jumbo and Van Aert is riding for Alpecin. I was thinking the entire stage that it was the other way around, and why is Alpecin pacing if a rider of Alpecin Van der Poel is in the break, but it was a rider of Jumbo. Anyway, Kapellmuur is happening. Let's put ourselves on 95 with Sheffield and try and hang on towards the great moves of the likes of Van Marke. God damn it! Everybody keeps puncturing on me. Covey, it's your turn now because Aramburu is completely gone. On the bloody Kapellmuur of all places. Let's 99 so I can hold on towards the group of Van Aert and Pidcock here. I hope I can hang on. There we go. We are in the group with Van Aert. Van der Poel does have a gap together with Turquie, Asgreen and Van Marke, but we are not that far behind and we're catching up. Bosberg then, let's try and move up on the right. Let's go for a bit of a move ourselves. And let's work together with, is that Pidcock? I cannot follow Pidcock at all. Look at that. The difference in speed between these guys and myself is insane. But if I can get over it, ooh, Van der Poel is done for. Damn it, 5 kilometers to go and they have a solid gap of a minute on the group that I'm in. Asgreen seems to be someone that we could catch, but I kind of got to make sure that I'm not doing all the work here because otherwise I won't have a sprint myself. We've got people trying to attack me now, so that's a bit of a bummer after I just worked with you. Let's hope I can keep myself with these attackers and let's hope we can get to them, but nah, that's impossible. Let's just try and go for a sprint ourselves. It doesn't really matter where I get, it's not winning anyway. Pidcock wins ahead of Wout van Aert. The race would probably have looked a lot different if I had that Aramburu over the last few climbs, because then I'd have an extra rider to be in the chasing group and pace, but then again, what ifs don't matter in cycling. In the end, we weren't strong enough to win anyway, and we had a lot of bad luck, but yeah, Covey 9th. There we go, our first Cobble race is done. We've got plenty to come, and in the next episode we're going to be taking on Italian classics and Italian races in general. Trofeo Laigueglia, we've got Strade Bianche, Tirreno and Sanremo. That's on the menu, so if you liked today's episode, then tap that like button. If you didn't tell me what's wrong, I'll try and make it better for next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.